You've wondered for a long time, maybe not out loud, but inside, if there was a moment, a line, a mistake, a silence that finally pushed me away. You've asked yourself in the quiet of your heart if you crossed the point where my patience ended. You felt the weight of all the things you didn't say, didn't do, didn't become. And in that weight, shame began whispering, maybe he's done with me. Maybe he's disappointed. Maybe I went too far this time. Let me speak directly to that fear, to that place in you that still waits for punishment or rejection. There's nothing you could do to lose me. No distance, no decision, no season of silence or rebellion or failure has ever made me love you less. I didn't begin loving you because you were consistent. I didn't choose you because you always got it right. I chose you knowing everything, every valley you'd walk into, every wound you'd carry, every time you'd forget how to come back. And I chose you anyway. You see yourself as a mess sometimes, as someone who should have known better. You replay old conversations, old sins, old moments of doubt and think, how could God still want me after all that? But I want you to know this clearly. I never stopped wanting you. Not even once. I didn't pause my love. I didn't change my mind. I didn't stand back while you broke apart. I stepped closer. You just didn't feel it because the pain was loud. But I was there. I've always been there. You're not too far. You never were. I don't keep love on a scale adjusting based on how well you're doing. My love doesn't shrink when you're tired. It doesn't fade when you're angry. It doesn't walk out when you're confused. It holds. It remains. It knows what's underneath every failure, every choice, every silence. And it stays. I stay. There's this belief that creeps in when you've fallen enough times that maybe this time it's different. Maybe you finally pushed me too far. But I want you to know, you are not powerful enough to cancel my love. You're not capable of being so broken that I can't reach you. You cannot disqualify yourself from something you never earned to begin with. My love was never a reward. It was always a gift. And I don't take it back. You may not feel worthy of this right now. That's okay. I'm not asking you to feel anything. I'm asking you to trust what I've already decided. You're still mine, still chosen, still loved. You are not defined by your worst day. You are not trapped in your last failure. You are not the sum of what you regret. You are the one I keep reaching for. The one I whisper to in the night. The one I've waited for, not to punish, but to restore. You haven't disappointed me into distance. You've simply forgotten how close I've stayed. And now I'm reminding you, not with condemnation, but with compassion. I never left. I never will. So take a breath. Let go of the idea that you have to earn your way back. You don't. You're already home. You're already seen. You're already held. There is no penalty waiting for you here. Just open arms. Just steady love. Just the sound of my voice calling you still mine. You've been walking with a quiet weight, one you don't often name, but it lingers behind your eyes. It shows up when you're alone. It speaks when you're still. It says things like, I should have known better by now, or if I had just done it differently, maybe I wouldn't have lost so much. That voice is not truth. That voice is not me. That is the sound of shame pretending to be logic. It dresses itself as maturity or responsibility, but it's rooted in fear. And I want to pull it out, gently but completely, because it's been growing between us for far too long. You've blamed yourself for things I never asked you to carry. You've judged yourself more harshly than I ever would. You've assigned meaning to your pain that I never intended. And you've convinced yourself that your mistakes are the reason you haven't felt me clearly. But I need you to understand, I never used your failure as a reason to step back. I never once said, this is too much. I still know how to build from here. I'm not afraid of your mess. I'm not overwhelmed by what broke. I'm not disappointed in your timeline. You think you've delayed destiny, that you've ruined the story, but what if I told you the story I'm writing still begins right here? Exactly where you are. Not after you clean yourself up, not after you prove you've changed, but now, in this moment, with the rawness of regret still in your chest and the uncertainty of what's next still fogging your thoughts. I'm not waiting for you to impress me. I'm waiting for you to let me come closer. Yes, you made choices that cost you. Yes, there were consequences. I don't deny that. But consequences are not the same as condemnation. Just because something hurt doesn't mean it disqualified you. Just because it left a scar doesn't mean it ended your purpose. I still see potential in the places you tried to bury. I still see light in the parts of you that you thought went dim for good. I know where you've been. I know the nights you wish you could rewrite. I know the words you never said, the ones you did say and wanted to take back. I know the moments you broke trust with others and with yourself. I know the version of you you've been trying to escape, and I'm still here, not tolerating you, loving you, not reluctantly, not conditionally, fully, deeply, still. I'm not distant from your humanity. I stepped into it for a reason. I lived through rejection, betrayal, loss, and loneliness so that you would never have to wonder if I could understand what it feels like to be fractured. I do. And still I say, you are not beyond redemption. You are not too far. You are not unusable. I can build from this. I can begin again. And not with scraps, but with vision. The very parts of your life you've been hiding from me, those are the ones I want to heal. Not because I need you polished, but because I want you whole. You don't need to pretend to be fine with me. You don't need to dress up your pain before bringing it to me. Come as you are. Come with the disappointment. Come with the confusion. Come with the anger you don't know what to do with. I can handle all of it. I already have. You keep thinking if I had done better, maybe I wouldn't feel this far away. But I need you to stop trying to measure proximity with perfection. My nearness was never based on your performance. It was based on my promise. I said I would be with you always. I meant it. And just because you lost track of me for a while doesn't mean I stopped walking beside you. Let me rebuild. Let me take the places you've written off as waste and make them sacred. Let me restore what you thought was too far gone. Let me show you that your story isn't over. It's just shifting. You're not being punished, you're being invited. Invited to walk with me, not as someone who barely made it back, but as someone who was never let go. You are not a mistake I need to manage. You are a masterpiece I'm still shaping. And yes, I still delight in you, even now, even here, even after everything. So breathe. You don't have to earn your way back. You don't have to prove your sincerity. Just say yes. Just let me near. Just drop the weight of the lie that says this disqualifies me. It doesn't. It never did. I still know how to build from this, and you're still someone I want to build with. You've spent so much time focused on what went wrong, what you lost, where you failed, how far you've wandered, that you stopped seeing what's still alive inside you. You've been replaying the chapters that broke you, holding them up like proof that maybe you were never really called. Maybe you weren't strong enough. Maybe you misunderstood me, but I see it differently. I haven't been watching the scene where you stopped. I've been watching the seed that never died. Yes, you stopped believing for a while. I know. You stopped expecting anything good to come from your voice, your dreams, your prayers. You stepped back, not because you didn't care, but because something inside you whispered, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I'm just not that person anymore. But let me tell you this, I still believe in what I planted in you, and I didn't plant it for a season. I planted it for eternity.